Hi y'all, welcome back to Teizzy. Looks like we're having a little bit of reconnecting, again disconnecting, so bear with me. Hey, reception ain't what it meant to be. They say 1G,
and Teizzy,
and this is what we get, right? Anyway, so hope everybody had a wonderful night and loading. Hello, and you're back again. Alright, so let's continue where we left off, shall we? And we are now starting a new... Alright. That's the... Whoa. Gentle, mister. Sit it back down.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, so we are starting... What I did say was a new book, but... Alright.
It's chapter 1, 2, 3.
Alright, so since this is the second book of Chronicles, we're going to go ahead and start off like we usually do. Alright, so this book is a continuation of the first book of Chronicles. Its chief purpose is similar, although it more strongly recognizes the prophetic element in the religious life of the nation.
Can pick a long flower?
Yeah, go ahead, pick a flower, buddy. Devoted largely to the affairs of Judea, it refers to the northern kingdom only when its affairs are closely related in the vital place that is institution held. Oh, thank you so much. In the religious interests of Judea is given much attention. Revivals of true religion began at the house of God and were reinforced by the destruction of idols. But the worthlessness of mere ritualism was strongly urged. Second Chronicles falls into 18 divisions, each one covering the reign of one of the kings from Solomon to the captivities. Supplying a record first of the division of David's kingdom under Rehoboam. I messed that up second time. I put your names. And Jeroboam. Reviewing a period of growing apostasy, broken temporarily in Judea by reformations under 5 notable kings: Asa, Joash, Hezekiah, and Josiah. According to Usher, the events recorded in 2nd Chronicles cover a period of 427 years. That is a really long time. How many pages is that? So in that span, we know very much. If I put my 427 years in a book,
and you just put me
it'd be way, sure, that'd be way more than those little bit of pages.
You put me into 261 years
Only
in a truck.
what was important was put in. What was relevant.
I was 261 years old.
The psalm offering of Solomon at Gibeon. All right. And Solomon, the son of David, was strengthened in his kingdom. And the Lord his God was with him, and magnified him exceedingly. Then Solomon spake unto all Israel, to the captains of thousands and of hundreds, and to the judges, and to every governor in all Israel, the chief of the fathers. So Solomon and all the congregation with him went to the high place, and was at Gibeon, for there was the tabernacle of the congregation of God, which Moses the servant of the Lord had made in the wilderness. But the ark of God had David brought up from Kirjath Jearim to the place which David had prepared for it, for he had pitched a tent for it at Jerusalem. Moreover, the brazen altar
I want here in just a second.
that Barzillai, the son of Uri, the son of Hur, go on. Oh, you gotta love our children, right? Just so unfiltered. Where was I? Had made, he put before the tabernacle of the Lord, and Solomon and the congregation sought unto it. And Solomon went up thither to the brazen altar before the Lord, which was at the tabernacle of the congregation, and offered 1,000 burnt offerings upon it. Solomon's vision and prayer for wisdom. In that night did God appear unto Solomon, and said unto him, Ask what I shall give thee. And Solomon said unto God, Thou hast showed great mercy unto David my father, and hast made me to reign in his stead. Now, O Lord God, let thy promise unto David my father be established. For thou hast made me king over a people like the dust of the earth in multitude. Give me now wisdom and knowledge, that I may go out and come in before these people. For who can judge this thy people that is so great? And God said to Solomon, Because this was in thy heart, and thou hast not asked riches, wealth, or honor, nor the life of thy enemies, neither yet hast asked long life, but hast asked wisdom and knowledge for thyself, that thou mayest judge my people, over whom I have made thee king. Wisdom and knowledge is granted unto thee, and I will give thee riches and wealth and honor, such as none of the kings have had that have been before thee. Neither shall there any after thee have the like. Then Solomon came from his journey to the high place that was at Gibeon to Jerusalem, from before the tabernacle of the congregation, and reigned over Israel. And Solomon gathered chariots and horsemen. And he made 1,400 chariots, and 12,000 horsemen, which he placed in the chariot cities, and with the king at Jerusalem. And the king made silver and gold at Jerusalem, as plenteous as stones, and cedar trees made he as the sycamore trees that are in the vale of abundance, for abundance. And Solomon had horses brought out of Egypt and linen yarn. The king's merchants received the linen yarn at a price, and they fetched up and brought forth out of Egypt a chariot for 600 shekels of silver, and a horse for 150. And so brought they out horses for all the kings of the Hittites, and for the kings of Syria, by their means. Solomon prepared to build the temple and a palace. And Solomon determined to build a house for the name of the Lord, and a house for his kingdom. And Solomon told out 70,000 men to bear burdens, and 80,000 to hew in the mountain, and 3,600 to oversee them. And Solomon sent to Huram, the king of Tyre, saying, As thou didst deal with David my father, and didst send me cedars, to build him a house to dwell therein, even so deal with me. Behold, I build a house to the name of the Lord my God, to dedicate it to him, and to burn before him sweet incense, and for the continual shewbread, and for the burnt offerings morning and evening. On the Sabbaths, and on the new moons, and on the solemn feasts of the Lord our God. This is an ordinance forever to Israel, and the house which I build is great. For great is our God above all gods. But who is able to build him a house, seeing the heaven and heaven of heavens cannot contain him? Who am I then, that I should build him a house, say only to burn sacrifice before him? Send me now, therefore, a man cunning to work in gold, and in silver, and in brass, and in iron, and in purple, and crimson, and blue, and that can skill to grave with the cunning men that are with me in Judea and in Jerusalem, whom David my father did provide. Send me also cedar trees, fir trees, and almond trees out of Lebanon, for I know that thy servants can skill to cut timber in Lebanon. And behold, my servants shall be with thy servants, even to prepare my timber in abundance. For the house which I am about to build shall be wonderfully great. And behold, I will give to thy servants, the hewers that cut timber, 20,000 measures of beaten wheat, and 20,000 measures, 20,000 baths of wine, and 20,000 baths of oil. Well, there was no money in that. Huram agrees to cooperate with Solomon. Though Huram, the king of Tyre, answered in writing, which he sent to Solomon, because the Lord hath loved his people, he hath made thee king over them. Huram said moreover, Blessed be the Lord God of Israel.
Show. Okay. 500 gallons from show.
Look, I found my place again. Yeah, it cut out again. Sorry about that. And we're back. All right.
Alright, Ben.
I know. I was sitting here and lost my place.
Alright, Ben.
Oh, okay. Huram said, moreover, that made heaven and earth,